Vocab Malone gets mad because men at GMS spoke about women like being raped. Um, anyway, this is fair use, fair use. This is owned. This is not owned by me. This is owned by. Well, this is us. So this is us. So I have a right to criticize what he's saying. There's a video that he got of us, but it's on his page. I want you to listen to it, and then I'm going to give you a. I went to Google, and this is the first thing that popped up. So listen up, listen up, listen up.
Disturbing conversations, very disturbing topic. In this video are three apostles of the great millstone tradition. Nahar, Gavar, and Orion Love. This is what they're talking about.
Okay, so you heard that. All right. See, he doesn't understand women. Okay, so this is pubmed.gov. Like if you put in certain diseases or anything in there, as far as being medical, they'll give you a report on it. Okay, so this is I'll leave the link. So it says the nature of women's rape fantasies. Rape fantasies. See, a lot of times women leave certain men, and the man treats her, not all the time, but most of the time, the majority of the time. A man treats this woman like a princess, takes her out, gives her money, does all the right things, and then she winds up getting with another dude. You know what women like? Both Jake women and Edomite, especially Edomite women. So, the truth be told, Edomite women, they're getting with Jake men all the goddamn time. They married, they living their life, and they're getting with Jake men, Israelite men, which is adultery, which is wrong. And the ones of these Edomite women that never got with a Jake man, if they get with a Jake man, you know the old saying. So now a woman that leaves you for another man, guaranteed that man was kind of treated her like shit and kind of had this rough exterior, like a fantasy with a lot of these women, both so-called white and black, and Puerto Ricans and other. I'm talking about American women. As soon as a nigga come out of the prison system, they jumping on him, man. They jumping on him, and they want it rough and hard. They want to be, dominated. There was another article where it says one of the number one, I think number two fantasy was for them to be submitted. But I found this article, so I'm going to read it. All right. It said the nature of women's rape fantasies, an analysis of prevalence, frequency, and contents. It says abstracts. The study evaluated the rape fantasies of female undergraduates, meaning college girls. Oh, college girls are the biggest freaks out there. Using a fantasy checklist that reflected the legal definition of rape and a sexual fantasy log that includes systematic prompts and self-rating. Results indicated that 62% of women have had a rape fantasy. 62%. So we're talking 6 out of 10 women have rape fantasies. Now, there's probably another 2 or 3 that have rape fantasies, but they don't want to admit to it. It says 62% of women have had a rape fantasy, which is somewhat higher than previous estimated. Oh, we didn't think it was going to be that high. So the majority of women are American women. This is a study with American women, mainly college women. The majority of women have rape fantasies. For women who have had rape fantasies, the median frequency of these fantasies was about 4 times per year, with 14% of participants reporting that they had rape fantasies at least once a week. So 4 times in a month, they're looking at certain guys and saying, "Oh, I wish that guy would grape me. He can do whatever he." And I heard that from women. Oh, he can do whatever he wants to me. In contrast to previous research, which suggested that rape fantasies were either entirely aversive or entirely erotic. Rape fantasies were found to exist on an erotic aversive continuum, with 9% completely averse, 45% completely erotic, and 46% both erotic and averse. And let me look up the word averse or aversive. Okay, bear with me for a minute. Causing strong dislike or disinclination. And most of them are lying. So it says, but 14% of participants reporting that they had rape fantasies at least once, at least once a week, in contrast to previous research, which and old research, which suggests that rape fantasies were either entirely aversive or entirely erotic. They get turned on by getting raped. Rape fantasies were found to exist on an erotic slash aversive continuum, with 9% completely aversive, only 9%, 45% completely erotic. So 45% of those women, they like it, and 46% both erotic and aversive. Let me read this again. Let me go right to this, the percentage that if inflicted the legal definition, rape, and a sexual fantasy log that included systematic prompts and a self ratings result indicated that 62% of women have had a rape fantasy. So there you go. So we know what we're talking about. With that, I'm going to say shalom.